we progress. Okay, so we are actually talking about financial goals, setting up financial goals. I realized that interacting with a lot of people, so many persons don't actually have goals, financial goals. And that's why I'm trying to invest. Even when you invest, you don't really know what to do. Even while you make money, you don't know what. So after this webinar, I think you would be able to, you'll be able to have great financial goals. And as you trade cryptos and you make money, you know how to channel your finances. And these financial goals I'm talking about, I want to talk about today is, I'm teaching these goals based on my personal experiences and my personal strategies, what have helped me over the years. It's actually going to blow your mind what you are going to hear, what we're going to talk about today. So I want to officially welcome everyone to Crypto Lioness. And of course, Crypto Lioness is a forum where women trade cryptos. Actually, we are an ecosystem. Yeah, we are an ecosystem because it's more than trading cryptos, you know, and there's a whole lot which we are trying to build in our ecosystem so that everyone, whether you are trading, whether you're not trading, you can find a place, a comfortable place in this ecosystem, you know, called Crypto Lioness. So for you to know more about Crypto Lioness, you just join our forum. If you are not in there, I'm going to drop the link during the webinar. While the webinar is ongoing, I'm going to drop the link so you can join from the chat box. But I want to talk about something very, very special before I go into the business of the day. And I want to talk about a new part of Crypto Lioness that we are going to be founding. That is going to be launched very soon. And as well, I'm also going to tell you how to be part of this. So we are actually launching a special club inside the Crypto Lioness ecosystem called the Lioness Club. You know, Crypto Lioness is like I said, we are an ecosystem. And when you join the forum, you are going to know about other parts of the ecosystem. So I just specifically want to talk about this because it's new and I want you to know what is happening. So I'll just basically center my discussion about Crypto Lioness with this new group that we are going to, that is about to be launched. So it's actually called the Lioness Club. See, I'm so excited because what people are going to see with Crypto Lioness will marvel a lot of people in 2020. I have a lot of vision, a whole lot is going on in my mind, but I'm just going to be unveiling them gradually. And guess what? You are going to love every bit of these different because it's actually going to be very, very interesting. So I just want to talk a little bit about the Lioness Club. The Lioness Club is actually the only set of, it's actually a club that is going to be beneficial for a set of lionesses, and these are the VIPs. Okay, so this club is only open for VIPs. So if you want to be part of this, then you have to first be in the VIP, then you can have access to this club. And what is the Crypto Lioness Club all about? You know, interacting with generals as we grow as people, as people chats me up. I discovered that a lot of people have challenges, you know, going through the serious economic meltdown that we have right now as a result of COVID-19. Honestly speaking, the world is going to see a great recession. A very great recession is ahead. It's going to hit. And honestly speaking, this recession we are talking about is a global affair. It's going to hit nations. It's going to hit individuals. It's going to hit private economies. It's going to hit top organizations. And mark my words, this global recession we are talking about, there are some countries that will never recover. I pray they recover before Jesus comes. But they may never recover. That is how terrible it is. Why? Because as we speak right now, there are some of these nations that are indebted. They are already in debt. You know, they are owing massively. They are owing massively as a nation. And right now, in the last 3 months, deep into COVID-19, this pandemic, I call it pandemic. Okay, I don't call it pandemic. I call it pandemic. So this pandemic that has eaten deep. Oh, whose mic is on?
You see now, after the receive phone.
So this pandemic that has eaten deep into various economy and caused lockdown of nation, of individual, of businesses, of resources. It has crippled a lot of nations. People can't work for money, companies are down. So that is why after this pandemic that has hit the world, a lot of nations are going to go bankrupt. As I'm talking to you right now, there are some companies that when after the whole pandemic is over, many companies wouldn't be able to call back 80% of their staffs. It's going to be as bad and terrible as that. But guess what? In the midst of this pandemic, this global disaster, there are a set of persons that are massively in money. And this set of people are what we call digipreneurs. Digipreneurs, okay? These are people that fall into the category of you and I. I was discussing with one of my big mentor in the crypto space last night, and he's in the US. And I told him, I said, Ade, this COVID-19, I'm fucking tired. This thing should be over. Let's have our lives. He said, He said, I want to make this COVID-19 still go far for like another 2 months. I said, what? He said, you know, they say, will they make money? The money too much. The kind of money we have been making, This period is crazy. I laughed. I said, well, you are correct. But we cannot remain prisoners. I said, come on, don't be selfish. But actually, what I'm trying to point out is that there are people that are making money, massive money. A lot of people have become massively rich than ever before, even inside the pandemic. But that's not my focus. I'm actually going to somewhere, that's why I say that. So a lot of people are having challenges going back to business after the pandemic. Some people are seeing money, you know, but they cannot put money together, a chunk of money together to solve a particular problem, to get back to business, to add to their business, okay? A lot of people as well might have one thing or the other that they might be looking for a block of money to fix one thing or the other. It's not like they don't see money weekly, daily, monthly, but because of the problems around to care for the family and all, they cannot really put together a chunk of money to solve one problem or the other. So because of this category of persons, that is why the Crypto Lioness Club is going to exist, okay? You know, the beauty about life, about society, is when people come together in love and see how to assist one another. The world is going to be a better place when I have A, B, C, D, able to put resources together and bring me up out of one problem or one situation or the other, okay, which I am in at the moment and I'm not able to help myself. And once your problem is solved, you too, you can also assist the next person, you know, that also needs such, that also have such issue. Okay, so the Lioness Club is actually a club where every member of the club are going to come together, putting resources together and assisting the next person that needs a certain chunk of finances to solve a particular problem. And because we deal with digital currency and we are an ecosystem where we preach digital money, we are going to be using USDT for the purpose for the club. Okay, it's a unique kind of contribution. Okay, so the club is not meant for everyone. I myself, I don't really need it because, but I'm going to be involved, but it's not like I need it. So it's not actually meant for everyone. It's just to keep the next man going and going, you know, and to help someone that needs help somewhere. So even if you are a VIP, you might not need it, but of course, there are so many persons that need it. Also, we are also going to have within that club, we're also going to have our Borrow Me Lioness within that club. And the Borrow Me Lioness also, I'm still putting the platform for that together. It's also going to be accessible for VIPs alone. So if you want to access these beautiful platforms, then you have to join the Crypto Lioness VIP. So for you to do that, to find out more, you join the forum, and you are going to know more about these, the various arms, okay? So that's it. So like I said, we are an ecosystem and there's a whole lot that is going to be going on. because I don't want to see any lioness having any financial challenges whatsoever, you know, because we want to see whereby we create an ecosystem to make life easy for everyone. That's the essence, to make life easy for everyone. So there are a whole lot of activities to take care of your need as at when you need it. Okay, so right about now, I'm going to drop the link for the group on the chat box. If you are not in the if you are not in the group yet, and maybe you are new, someone invited you, just use the link and you find yourself in the group, and you're going to know much more about what we do, because I don't want to waste so much time talking about what we do. Okay, so before we go further, once more, I want you to go on Facebook and share this webinar. Go to my page, Doris Ojuedere. Share this webinar and invite someone to the webinar. And we need more people to hear about what we are saying. We need more women to be financially free. We need more women to come into the ecosystem. So you can only do that by sharing, and thank you so much as you do that for me. And if you are in the Lioness, if you're a Lioness General and you are not my friend on Facebook, that is so wrong. Send me a friend request immediately, Ojuedere Doris, so that we can be interacting wherever we are. And thank you once more. Okay, so let's go into the business of the day. Okay, we are talking about financial goals. Like I said, a whole lot of people lack financial goals. A whole lot of people, even those that are rich, that are wealthy, you know, those that are seeing money, they don't really know how to. There's a way you would be seeing money and you'll be earning money. If you don't have financial goals, you keep getting broke. You keep making, you made up to ₦1 million this month, and you cannot give account of that 1 million naira. It just went into thin air, and you begin to ask yourself, what did I do with this money? Oh, how did I spend this money? Oh, how did I do this? It has happened to me a lot since I learned how to, thank you very much, Boniface, for sharing. I'm seeing all those that are sharing, really, so thank you. So others should join and share a webinar as well. So you should have financial goals, okay? So that you will be able to structure your finances. You'll be better positioned to know how to invest. You'll be better positioned to know how to better structure your finances to live a great life whereby you can actually never go back to the average life or being poor again. So the first step to wealth is having financial goals. The first step to wealth is having financial goals. Okay? What are the financial goals to achieve? I tagged this webinar, financial goals to achieve in your 30s. And I had a couple of people inbox me to say, what of people that are not 30s? Me, I'm above 30, I'm 40, I'm 45, I'm 50. So does it mean, I told them, even if you are not You are not 30. Thank you very much, Darlene, for sharing. So go to my page and share. Thank you as you do that. So I told them, I laughed. I said, well, even if you're more than 30, it doesn't matter. After the webinar, you just simply reverse your life back again. Doesn't it feel good to be 40 and you start living life like you are 30 all over again? It's going to be awesome and interesting. Again, even if you are above that, you already have a beautiful life. You can still apply these goals to wherever you find yourself, 45, 50. And also, you can also educate those around you, your children, your members of your family, and position them, you know, to be at the right track, which you were not able to start up from there. Okay? So, financial goals is about being on the right points. Focus on the right direction, okay? In just a steady way. So I'm going to be going through those steps in which you can achieve your financial goals. There are 7 of them, but I'm going to do 4 today. And tomorrow, we are going to take the remaining 3 and while we progress. So this webinar is a series, it's a 3 days series. And I believe that after these 3 days, you would have learned so much and you would have been well positioned to kickstart a new phase where you have learned how to set your financial goals, and it's going to catapult you to how to arrange your finances. I can only see 2 shares on Facebook. That's not fair. We have 41 people in this webinar. So just kindly go on Facebook and share. That is just all you have to do for me. That's just the support you have to do for my time. Okay, so thank you as you do that. All right. So the number 1 goal, the number 1 financial goal to set to achieve on your 30s is 1, build a career. Oh, who is this person? I'm coming, let me mute someone that is. Please, if you are joining and your mic happens to be on, kindly mute yourself so that you don't disturb the webinar. Okay. All right, so like I said, I'm going to share my screen. All right. Okay. Okay, so we are going to go through the various ways you can build you can set a financial goals before you are 30, okay? The first one is build a career that you love, and also a career that you love that makes you money. Build a career that you love that makes you money. Like I said earlier, that during this period of COVID-19, there are a lot of people that are in money. I know people that have made money that they have never made in their lives during the pandemic. I talked about somebody that was saying he does not even want the pandemic to be over because the money that is being made this period is massive. Okay? So the number one goal is build a career. Now, your younger age is a time of exploration, self-discovery, and trying jobs or things that didn't work out for you. Though I'm not a fan of job, but you are going to be hearing me talking about jobs sometime because everybody cannot be an entrepreneur. In as much as I'm not a job person and I don't encourage job, I encourage building businesses because as far as I'm concerned, job cannot make you rich. So if you have a job and you have a job currently, you must have a plan B, where you have a career alongside your job, because it is that career, it is that extra stream that is actually going to give you financial freedom, not your job. Okay? So, like I said, whether you are above 30, whether you are within your 30s, early 30s, late 30s, above 30s, every goal I'm going to share for you here is going to be very, very useful. Okay? So your 30s are when you should get hold of something you like doing. There are a lot of people that are where they are today. They are not satisfied. They don't have, even in jobs, a lot of people are having jobs that they don't like. They just want to keep life going. They don't love that job. They just, just as a form of keeping life going, any money, they are in those jobs, okay? So you should look for a career that you love, and not just that you love, that career should be making you money. Your income is your number one for building wealth. So it's worth the effort to find something you love to do and see yourself doing for a long time. Okay? So there are lots of people who makes good money, but they don't enjoy what they do. Like I said, a lot of people have jobs, they don't enjoy what they do, they are just there. And there are people who enjoy what they do and they don't make money with it. You see the two categories? Some people are somewhere and they don't enjoy what they do, they are just there. The way there are some other persons that are, somewhere and they enjoy what they do, but they don't make money with it. You must find a career path. Let me tell you a bit of what I do when I was growing up in my 20s, in my early 20s. I personally, I have never been a fan of job, so I have not worked for anyone before ever in my life. I have always on my own as a person love to have my own way of struggling, making money on my own. And while I was growing up, I discovered a lot of career paths, a lot of way of making money, because as a matter of fact, I started making money at when I was quite young. And it's not as though I didn't come from a rich family, but my dad is not poor, neither is he rich. We are just average. In other words, we are not, we are neither poor or rich. I didn't suffer as a child. There was no day whereby we lacked food to eat, but we are not just a wealthy, rich family, you understand, whereby you have all the luxury. We are just average. So when I was growing up, I started networking. I have passion for, talking to people about opportunities, little opportunities, and I started by being a networker. I did a lot of network marketing, and I was enjoying what I was doing. As then, even before I got into school, because I was one person that didn't even enter the university on time. I didn't enter the university on time because I started making money on time, and I was like, so I started networking. And as at then, network marketing was a serious business then, whereby you network, you refer to get paid, and then product networking as at then was what was in vogue. I did a lot of network marketing as at then, travel, growing cycles, name it, okay? And some of you that are here knew me back then when I was a networker so many years ago, then I was, those that can remember me in those days, they know what I'm talking about. I was just one kind of, at the level I am then, I was networking, I was talking to people, I was making money, and it was so interesting. In fact, as a matter of fact, personally, I have never had difficulty in making money, because as far as I'm concerned, as long as I have my mouth to talk, there is no way I can, go hungry. So all I need to do is introduce people to opportunity, and I get paid for doing that. So I went into network marketing, direct sales, forex trading. In fact, there was a time in my life whereby I wanted to be a musician. As a matter of fact, I have an album. Yeah, I went into music in my early 20s. I produced an album, but I discovered that was not my path. That was not my path. That was not my path at all. But I already have that, I have that burning desire to be rich and to live the average life, even while I was still a teenager. And my biggest inspiration while I was growing up was my mother. Like I said, I'm not from a poor family, neither am I from a rich family. We are just average. And my mom, my beloved mom, is not educated. My mom is not educated. And my dad is very, very educated. And my dad is a man of principle. And this 90-40 parents, my dad is this kind of person that, as at then, my dad is late now, may his soul rest in peace. As at then, my dad has this kind of philosophy because of his upbringing, where he came from and all. He believes that women are meant for their husbands. My dad, as at then, but before he died, his philosophy changed. But I just want to teach you something from this, because a whole lot of people in Africa find themselves in this setting. So my mom, as a struggling woman, even if she was okay, my dad can provide for all of us. My mom was not educated, but she looks for a way to do businesses and fend herself. And my mom's major business then was farming. My mom has acres and acres and acres of farm with huge workers. I could remember then, we were staying, my dad was a NEPA staff, now PHN, he was a safety officer, a very senior safety officer, and we were staying in the senior quarters. You know, where the senior staff stays. And in the whole of the quarters, it is only my mom that used to load in truck and truck of cassava. Because that's what she was doing. She was producing starch in drums. And this thing I'm telling you is hard work. When I mean hard work, it is hard work. So my mom was into a whole lot. She makes block. Oh, whose person's mic is on? Please mute your mic so that we could hear, okay? All right, so like I was saying, so my mom has a large farm, you know, and I could remember then my dad is always quarreling with my mom. Don't put my children into all this kind of stress. My mom wouldn't, you know, because like I said, she was not educated and she just wants to make her own money. And since she was not educated, there was no white collar job. It's not like, so the only thing she knows how to do was local production, and she had large farm. For those that knows me very, very well, I used to say it, for those that knows me very, very well, if you look at my legs down, you know, I don't have beautiful, spotless legs. Like, you know, the way you see some ladies' leg are very spotless, because I farmed as a teenager. My mom trained us in a hard way that you have to be independent. So even when we had chunks of workers, my mom had workers up to 10. She must make us to work. You know, so I farmed a lot, and that gave me a lot of cut on my legs. So if you see my legs, you see a lot of cut. That is a product of hard work. So when I see my mom when I was growing up doing such a hard work, sometimes I look at my mom and I want to cry. I said, I keep telling myself, I said, Mother, I'm going to remove you from this kind of life one day. I could remember then very early in the morning, my mom do sell this ice block. We go to, she wakes up as early as 5, you know, take blocks. And when I say, my God. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about where I got my inspiration from. So I started having goals right from when I was a teenager. I grew up and I was like, I must become very wealthy one day. I must become very wealthy one day to give my mother a good life where she would not be able to go through all the stress of working and all that. There are sometimes I could remember, you know, when we go to the market, I would just stand. This thing I was telling you, I was like 14, 15. I would just stand and I would see my mom hustling to sell her block, running from one point to the other. I would say, oh God, I couldn't help it. I just keep telling myself, I said, one day you will be rich. And I had that in mind. And of course, everybody in my house knows that right from when I was growing up, I was independent. I was a hustler. So I went into network marketing, and everything I do, I was very, very successful in them because determination is the key. Okay, so you must have something you have passion. So what is my passion? My passion is teaching people how to discover their path to wealth. Why as well making money for myself, doing that as well. Okay? So I went into network marketing. I did a lot, and of course, I made lots of money. I actually saw cryptocurrency on the later part. Okay, so all this side hustle I did helped me to discover my passion. Okay, all this side hustle helped me to discover my passion. Like what I'm doing right now, I'm passionate about doing it. Okay, I'm so passionate about doing what I'm doing. It does not cost me anything. Do you know that it cost me more money to run Crypto Lioness as a person? It's not like maybe right now Crypto Lioness. I just have the passion for what I do. I know the amounts of money I spend in airdrop because I just love what I do. I want to give out. I want people to experience some certain things and all. Okay? I love, so I discover my passion, and not just discover my passion, you must learn to discover your career, and not just discovering your career, you learn how to make your career pay you. Okay? And first and foremost, the good thing about discovering your career comes with passion. You are passionate about what you are doing. You just love what you are doing. You have passion. You have flair. Your passion might not really be what I'm doing right now. It can be in any area. It can be in any field. What is important is discovering that part and discovering that passion. Okay? Now, when you discover your passion,
never to think like and live it continuously, or even 5 hours. Within this period of 5 hours,
who is this mic that keep disturbing this meeting? So that's it. So you don't spend your time settling for things that don't pay you passionately. Learn about different career paths. See, for you to be able to discover what your career is, you must go through different career paths. You must be open-minded. You must not be closed-minded, because you have to discover a lot of things. Personally, I did a whole lot. I networked. I did product marketing. I did Forex. I did a whole lot before I discover what I am passionate about, which is my career. So once you get this figured out, your second financial goal comes in. Okay? Once you have been able to discover your career path, know what is that thing you are passionate about doing. See, whatever you are passionate about doing, you don't get tired of doing it. You just love doing it. Okay? Like I said, it can actually be anything. You can actually discover it in anything. It can be hairdressing. You do this hairdressing not in the usual way people do it. You do it in such a way that, you know, it's style. And that style is what brings in money for you, not even the hairdressing itself. Okay? So there are a whole lot. So that is the number one goal, discovering your career paths. So we'll go into the next one. After discovering your career paths, what's next? Start converting your income into assets. Remember, I said that when you discover your paths, your career paths, when you discover your career paths, you are passionate about it. You are passionate about it. And once you are passionate about it, you have your goal, you have your focus. One thing that builds career is focus. You must have an undying focus. You must be unbreakable. You must not allow anybody to influence your decision. As long as you have discovered that this career path is going to change my life, you have to start looking for people that are likewise in this career path. You have to learn from them. Go online, read books about this your certain career. You have to learn from people that are above you in this field. When you do that, you will be well placed. And when you are well placed, you start making money. So, when you start making money, after discovering your career path, the next thing is start converting your income into assets. If you set your goals right, you will discover that you make more money as you grow older. If you set your goals right, you will discover that you make more money as you grow older. You know, like I said, while I was growing up, I've done a lot of things, and I'm going to tell you more because there are some other things I do as well. You must have a vision. And of your vision, you must start talking your vision early. Because they say a closed mouth is a closed destiny. I come from a church whereby they teach us how to talk. You must talk it. Let me tell you another aspect of me so that you can also learn. When I was growing up, I got into network marketing. One very great thing network marketing did for me was give me exposure, massive exposure, massive exposure. You know, I had my first travel through network marketing out of the country. I got lots of incentives. I got awards. Before I finally left network marketing, I got up to 3 cars in network marketing. As a matter of fact, I have never used my money to buy a car before. Up to the current car I have today. That was the last networking company I drove, and I got that car, a Morris Garage, 2007. No, we are in 2020. Yeah, 2017, 2018 model. Network marketing. I was passionate. While I was passionate, like I told you I had a goal. What was my goal? I want to give my mother the good life. Because when I was growing up as a child, I see my mother suffer a lot. As in, she did too many hard work because she was not waiting for my dad to bring money, which was not even enough as at then for us. So whenever my sisters were in the university and they went to my dad for money, my dad just give them some little money that is not enough. My mom always have money to add up to say, okay, don't worry. How much did your dad give to you? So, okay, my dad give me XYZ, should we add it up? You know, and she gets all this money from me. So I had that burning desire in my heart to make it at all costs and to remove my mother, you know, from the hard life. That was, my mother was my strong why, right from when I was young. Okay, so like I was saying, also, remember, we are talking about goals, oh. Don't forget that, don't forget that we're talking about goals, setting goals. We're talking about setting goals. So, 1 minute, let me just quickly share a link to someone that want to join the meeting online. Come in. So you can join from here. Okay, so also, while I was growing up, I also have the desire to own a big business and have my business pay me in different currencies in the world. And I have a flair for e-commerce. And I thank God for the digital age. I thank God for the blockchain. I thank God for the online world, because that exposes me to be able to understand the paths I was going to. So when I was setting up my goal, part of my goal was to be a mega businesswoman. And my business was not on a local level. I want to earn in countries. I started writing the countries I'm going to have my business in. I started writing those countries and I was talking it. And today, as I speak to you, I have achieved almost all my goals. I have my businesses. In 2020 alone, I have traveled to about 7 countries, which have my businesses there right now. So in other words, I earn in 7 different currencies currently in Africa. That is goal. It is actually as a result of setting goals. You cannot miss it when you set goals. Start setting your goals, start writing it out, start talking it out. I started setting my goals when I don't have a kobo. I don't even know where I'm going to even get started, but I was building my goals in my heart. And I was, as I grow up, every part I take was towards achieving my goals. Research, reading, attending webinars, you understand? And as I grow older, realizing my goals become much, much easier for me. Okay? So we are talking about converting your income into assets after discovering your career path. So, like I said, as you grow older, you make more money, okay? Setting your goals. Now, and this is the right time, now that you are young. So many, I think the greater part of the persons I'm talking to here are between the age of 20, 25 to 40, okay? So, and this is the time you have to check your activities. You can't earn less and spend more. Now, as you graduate from having your career sorted out, I want to check the chat box. Okay. So as you graduate from having your career sorted out, you begin to what? Mind the way you place your money. Okay? Mind the way you place your money. You spend less and plan more. The last thing you want to see is going over your 30s to your 40s and nothing to show for it. That is the life a whole lot of persons have, find themselves. You go through all your 30s, and at the end, you have nothing to show for. There are some persons that actually, even in their 30s, they saw money, but nothing to show for it. I actually have a very good friend of mine, a young guy. You know, when he was between 25, 23, between 23 and 26, during the time where we have this online boom, he did a program, he drove the program, and he made so much money to the tune of over 10 to 15 million. I tell you the truth, this guy blew this money because when he got this money, there was no proper plan. You know, he was enjoying himself, you know, lodging in luxury hotels, getting designers, Gucci belt, Gucci bag, you know, carrying women. And before you know it, after about 1 year, only 1 year, he couldn't even account for 500,000. Why? Because no goals. So now is the time to start putting good habits into place. When you start making money, you have to know how to structure your money in such a way that you are sure that you are not spending money on liabilities that wouldn't produce more money for you. You have to keep your expenses low when you start making more money. Don't move into bigger apartments. You want to upgrade your life to designers' clothes just because you are making more money at the stage that you are. Now, use the supply, the money you are making, the surplus rather, the surplus income that is coming, you have to convert your income to assets. That is the secret of living poverty forever and ever. That is one of my biggest secrets as a person. Your income have to be a flow of resources. Remember, there's difference between income and assets. Now, your income, the income that you earn or you see, have to be a flow of resources, river of money that comes in every month. That means you must have a source of income that comes in at least on a monthly basis, if not weekly basis. Your assets, on the other hand, are a reserve of your resources. Listen, your assets, your income rather, have to be a flow of resources, okay? River of money that comes in every month. Now, your assets are a reserve of your resources. Okay, so the income that you make on a regular basis, that is your income, is that regular flow that keeps coming in. As long as that keeps coming in, you have got the money. That is, as long as you have you have set your career, you have set yourself on the path, and you have this steady flow of income that comes in. As those income comes in, you have to convert most of your income to assets. If you don't convert them to assets, once your income stops flowing, you suddenly run out of money. And once you run out of money, you are in a big trouble. That is why you need to have reserves. Okay, you need to have reserves. And you need to convert your regular income into assets. Can you hear me? Is anyone hearing me?
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Fantastic. All right. So, very sorry for the break in transmission. There was a power failure and the Wi-Fi went off. So just finding myself back in. Okay, so like I said, we are talking about converting your income into assets. Okay, so in converting your income into assets, you must learn how to save. You must learn how to save as you have your income coming in. While you have some to save. Yeah. While you are saving, you are also having some of your money go into assets. So you need to have money in the bank as a savings. You need to secure your future, saving digitally as well. You know, personally, as I earn money, I have to learn about different kinds of saving, because in Africa, they will say money is a spirit. That there are times that it loves you and it comes so much, and there are times that it goes. Whichever way, you must have different kinds of saving habits. The kind of saving I have as a person, it will be difficult for me to go into any serious financial problems. Okay? Because I have laid down in fact, as a matter of fact, as a person, as you see me here, I have over 5 different kinds of saving channels, mostly digitally. I don't even think it was before I was really doing the bank saving, but now I save my money digitally because the bank does not give me 1 kobo. So I have various saving. For example, it was because of my saving habit I introduced the treasure lockdown for Crypto Lioness, where we save. And in that saving, we have 2 rooms. We have the $20 room and we have the $10 room. I am saving on both rooms. I also have a personal saving on my own, where I am also saving Ethereum as well on my own. That is, I'm not joining with anyone. $50. I also have a $1 savings every day for 1 year. I also have another one I am doing with a close friend of mine, $100. So I have a lot. There are lots of places I put in money every week. And those money, I just channel them and allocate them to those different places. Do you think that in 1 year time, I'm going to have a problem that I cannot solve? It's not possible. So you must save for the future. As you are making your money, you must have a saving habit. Then you need to have investments that will care for your unpaid dividends, whether you are working for that money or not. Remember, the second goal we are talking about is converting your income into assets. And this, in converting your income into assets, I'm talking about savings and all. So you need to have investments. My savings are also part of my investment. You need to invest in assets. Assets. For example, cryptocurrency is an asset. Bitcoin is an asset. Invest in real estate. Different assets. And as you make your money, as you see money, you channel your money into all these different aspects. Okay? Have savings and tie these savings to different things. Tie these savings to different things. Your goal, for example, might be that you want to be a landlord. You want to stop paying rent. And you don't know how to achieve that goal. You can start by tying a savings into a particular asset for that and give yourself 2-3 years. You are going to achieve that goal, have that money for that purpose. Have investment, invest in real estate, buy assets. Do you know that investing in real estate now has become very, very easy? Right now, you can buy a land. You can buy a land and pay for 1 year, 2 years. You can buy a house and pay for 2 years. The other day, somebody, a real estate company contacted me through a friend of mine that worked in that real estate. She was telling me, Doris, come and buy properties and all that and all that. Come and invest in real estate. I said, what properties? And she showed me the plan, and it was so beautiful. So beautiful. I realized that I can buy a house, a whole house, and pay in 2 years. You know, I can buy land and pay in 3 years, in 2 years, in 1 year. You might not have the chunk of money to buy those things. Or perhaps you might have the chunk of money, but you have other things. I don't want to put 10 million naira, for example, or $50,000, for example, into a property at once, because I want to spread that money into other things. I can decide to use, I can decide to share that money into 10 parts, use 1 part to start up, put to start up, because for you to buy these real estate properties, if, for example, you want to buy a land and the land is like $10,000 and you want to pay instrumentally, you need to start by, the company will tell you, pay 20% upfront. Then you start spreading the rest or pay 30%. Do you understand? So real estate has become very easy. Owning a house, owning a property has become very, very easy. So you get involved in that, owning digital assets and all. So all this goes a long way to show, all this goes a long way to secure your income for you and to secure you for a better future ahead, where you won't go into bankruptcy no matter the amount of money you are earning. What gives you financial security? That is actually what gives you financial security. Your asset, the asset that you have is what gives you financial security. See, no matter the amount of money you see today, no matter the amount of money you make today, if you don't turn your income into assets, in no time, you are going to go back being poor again. Okay? So remember that no matter how high your income is, as soon as your regular income stops flowing, your income is gone. Okay? So true financial security comes from having that reserve of financial resources, of assets. Having that reserve of financial resources, of assets. Buy Bitcoin. Buy goods, digital assets. Do you know that people buy land? People buy landed property and hold that landed property for 3 years. If you buy Bitcoin, if you lock Bitcoin for 3 years, just like you lock a land for 3 years, as you are now, if you buy a land and me, I buy Bitcoin, the same amount of money, we have $10,000, me and you. You now use your own to buy land that you want to keep for 2 years. And I use my own to buy Bitcoin that I want to keep for 2 years. In that 2 years' time, that your land is an asset is okay. But in that 2 years' time, I would have money to buy 20 of that your land. Why that your land has appreciated just a little? So buy Bitcoin. It's an asset. It's an asset. Hold it for a long term. Okay, so like I said, generally invest in assets, real estate and all. So don't spend everything you make. Set aside a portion of your income monthly or weekly to buy Bitcoin, real estate, and to build an emergency saving funds. You see? So as you earn money, you have to know how to section this money into doing these different type of things. And this is how you start converting your income into assets. You see, right now as I talk to you, I have my assets in Bitcoin. Today alone, I have my Ethereum. How much did Ethereum give me today? Ethereum give me about $350 in profit. It's an asset. You see, I have over 30 per piece of Ethereum, and that is it. So you get these assets, they appreciate and they give you more money. Now, when I was scooping my Ethereum today, as I was scooping them, you know, this extra money is coming out from this asset. The asset remains like that in value. When I got my Ethereum, I got 30 pieces of Ethereum, but as I'm talking to you right now, that 30 pieces of Ethereum is remaining, I think 25 because of scooping. You know, when you scoop, the assets, your quantity reduces. But guess what? The 25 that is remaining is still worth that same value I bought it as at when I bought it. Is it not amazing? I didn't lose anything. What I have just been doing was just what? Taking out my profits. Because what? I have an asset.
Good job.
Who is this person that your mic is always going off? Okay, so in fact, as a person, the kind of asset I have bought, you know, this is where the beauty of cryptocurrency comes in. You know, sometimes in a month, I don't even touch my regular income. I spend money off my profits here and there. Do you understand? I spend money. Okay, it's just like, for example, you have $10,000 in asset what? Okay, that $10,000 is your income, even if it is your asset. Okay? Now, that $10,000 as an asset gives you revenue. It's just like having Bitcoin now. Eh? Do you know that someone that have Bitcoin is equivalent to a landlord that have a house that his or her tenant are paying him or her rents. My asset pays me, you know, because I have learned to convert my daily income into assets. And when you convert your daily income into assets, when you convert most of your income into assets, you get richer and richer and richer, because those assets produce more money and more money for you. Be it a landed property, be it an asset in digital money. For example, if you have a house now, you build the house and you put tenants in there, your tenants will be paying you rent, is it not? That's more money for you. So that's what we are talking about, converting your money into assets. So, and this is how you start up. You build up a reserve, a financial resources you can tap into as a river, okay, that never dries up. That's what your asset does for you. It's like a river that never dries up. It's always there, producing new monies for you. So checking off this financial goal is simple. It can be as simple as, that is for you now to be able to set up this financial goal, converting your assets into, converting your income into assets. You can start by taking some major simple steps. You can start by taking some major simple steps. By what? For example, if you are a worker, you work and you earn salary, you can start by giving your bank a standing instruction. Okay? You can start by giving your bank a standing instruction to credit your various sections, you know, your various investment sections, or the various sections in which you have laid out to save on or to reserve. Okay? You can also participate. If you have not started doing that, you can participate in our lockdown treasure wallet. It's also a beautiful idea for you to also save, you know, as a means of savings. So there are a whole lot of ways to use your income to build a vehicle of assets, okay? And various kinds of investments, which at the end, they actually gives you security for life. So the last goal we are going to look at today, we call this, we continue tomorrow, is get over fear of investing. Get over fear of investing. A whole lot of people are scared of investing. So many people don't know how to invest rightly. Okay? You can never reach financial freedom by saving money. There is nobody in this world, there is no wealthy man you see today that got rich saving money. In fact, saving money is the reverse of wealth, is poverty. Saving, that is concentrating on just saving all your money, thinking that it is through saving that you are going to gain wealth. So you have to put your money to work and make it grow. Investing is something that is nice to do. It is something that we all need to do. That is, investing is not something that is nice to do. It is a must. It is something that we all need to do. Putting your money in the bank, in your bank account, is a losing. Can you hear me now? Okay, you can hear me now, right? You can hear me? Somebody should say something so that I know you are hearing me. Thank you. All right, so, okay, that's good. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Fantastic, 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 fantastic. All right, so like I said, putting your money in the bank is a losing proportion. It's a losing proposition, okay? Because inflation will slowly and surely destroy your purchasing power of your cash. Look at what is happening right now. Do you know that, that is why Robert Kiyosaki says savers are losers. Do you know why? Because you lose the purchasing power. Your money lose purchasing power every day, every month, as the year goes by, as the day goes by, because of inflation. As government printing more money, your money loses value. Previously now, what you can buy for $10, you now need about $50 to get what you can buy for $10, losing your purchasing power. So that is why saving is a very, very bad idea. That is saving perpetually as a form of, there are some people that think that as they make money, they save. That saving is like, how will I put it now? They are not investing in anything. That saving, that money that they are saving is a form of escape routes. That's what they think, that they think that as they are saving their money there, that is what will make them rich. They are actually losing money big time. Okay, so just in my lifetime, I have seen dollar lost 52% of its purchasing power. That's terrible. As I speak to you right now, dollar has lost over 52% of its purchasing power already. So that's actually not a good, it's a very, very bad idea for you to not to invest or for you to save your money. So according to, you can get these statistics according to the Federal Reserve. You go and browse about it. You see that the dollar has lost a whole lot. So if you don't learn to invest, you are going to be 50% poorer when you retire. It is inevitable. That is the reason why most of our parents that don't lack financial education, after they retire, they became poor. Are you not seeing a lot of civil servants that were rich when they were working? They were working in companies, for those in Nigeria, they were working in companies like Shell, Chevron, and they were in money. What happened? They retire poor, wretched, even to the extent that they have to sell their cars, sell their properties, because do you know the cause of that? Because of inflation. Their money has lost value. They were saving instead of investing. So if you don't start investing your money now, right now, inflation is going to make it pretty much difficult for you to maintain a decent standard of living when you get older. Because you have to invest. Investment is a form of security for you as you get older. If you have never invested before, especially with my recommended class of investments in cryptos, if you have never invested before at all, you have to start making room for that. Okay? Investing can get scary. Yeah, especially when you are coming in for the first time. And when you have not invested before, when you are invested in our kind of class of assets which we are recommending for you to invest in, it can be scary because the crypto market goes up and down. Okay, it goes up and down over time, but there's a lot of ups and downs in the market, and it's not easy for you to see your money go up and down with the market. That's why it's scary. But it's a feeling you can learn. You can actually learn and get used to that feeling. And you can actually start with a small amount of money, you know, small amount of money to build your confidence, whenever, you know, whenever you feel comfortable, as in a small amount of money that you feel comfortable with, to test your nerves. And that will help you to go over, way over the fear of investing. Because a whole lot of people actually, they don't invest. In fact, even when they invest, they don't invest rightly. And there are some persons that have invested wrongly as well. And you know, they invested in the wrong assets and they lost money, and they don't know how to come up again, you know, because they have lost. So you have to pick yourself up and courage until you get it right. So, like I said, you can start small, start investing small, especially when it comes to do with our kind of asset, cryptos, which is volatile. You know, you learn it. By the time you have learned crypto, you won't even wait for anybody. There's some kind of wave that is coming. You know that you are to save your money in USDT. And apart from cryptos, do you know that you can actually save your money in USDT? Saving your money in USDT is 100 times better than saving your money in the bank. USDT is a stable coin. It's a stable currency that does not increase in value. But the value of your money remains the same. But do you know that having your money in the bank, your value for money does not remain the same? Inflation beats over your money, it reduces its worth and all. But when you have your money in USDT, your $1,000 is worth your $1,000, as you know, even if it is there in 100 years. Okay, so we are looking at financial goals, and I've told some. I've been able to talk about some of my stories and how I'm able to set my goals, and those goals I have set that have put me at the level where I am. You know, you must be radical about setting your goals. Okay, so we are going to end here today because I don't want the meeting to be so very, very long. We are going to continue tomorrow. And tomorrow, we are going to look at the remaining part of setting your goals, which is developing the habit of paying yourself. You must pay yourself. I will show you how I pay myself. You must learn how to pay yourself. You don't just spend money and spend money and spend money like that when you have, you know, you have a how will I put it? A budget for yourself. We are going to also look at diversifying your income stream, how to diversify your income stream in different ways. For example, like I said, I don't only do cryptos. I'm into e-commerce. I have my products across 7 African countries selling, and I am where I am. My product is selling, and I'm getting my money where I am every day. Diversity of incomes. I also have my crypto business, which is also lucrative as well. Diversity of incomes. I'm going to show you how to diversify your income, how to go into different things. And the online is very interesting. How online is too sweet. I am into e-commerce, but most of my businesses are online. I don't even see my customers, but I have, as I'm talking to you, the kind of product I sell are female products. I have a database of over 50,000 women across Africa, Gambia, Uganda, Cameroon, Ghana, Kenya, Rwanda, Ethiopia. These are countries where I have my business. And my business, yeah, it's an e-commerce business. I have physical products that get delivered to my users. I operate my business online. I operate my business online. I don't move my finger, but my product gets to my users every day across 7 African countries, and my money comes to me where I am every day. That's the power of income diversity. Diversifying your streams of incomes. Using what? The online business model. Thank God for the blockchain. Okay, so like I said, we're going to look at that and how you can, do that. Then also what we're going to look at tomorrow, we're going to look at getting on the path of becoming debt-free. That's another way to financially free. Living a debt-free life, because a lot of people are in debt. in debt. A lot of people are indebted. They don't even know how to leave debt. And that debt is what has kept them from reaching their financial goals and achieving financial freedoms. Some of you are on car loans. Some of you are on housing loan. Some of you are on travel loans, especially those that are civil servants, those that are working in the banks. That is what banks are using to kill people, their workers. You see somebody who will be on a loan for over 10 years. You are a slave for 10 years. You take car loan, you see them, you see people driving luxury cars. It's on loan. And you become a slave to that organization for 10 years of your life because you have to keep paying and paying and paying. So we're going to look at how to be debt-free so that you can be financially free as well. Then we're also going to look at creating a monthly money date for yourself. Creating a monthly money date for yourself. There are people that make money. See, there's one philosophy I have in life. As I'm making money, I have to budget money for myself. You have to take care of yourself. If you are making money and the money is not taking care of your needs, you can't take care of yourself, you are in money and you are suffering. There are people that are in money that are suffering. Do you know why they are suffering? Debt, problems. You have problems that have overshadowed you that you can't even have a good thing for yourself. We're going to look at how to be free from those things, make money on all category, and also have a money date for yourself because it is yourself first. There's a saying that now the one when I know, the one when I do for myself, now I know. See, this dress I wear, this my weave on I wear, my jewelries I wear on my body. That is the only good thing I can give my body. Plus the one that I eat. Any other thing there again? So join me tomorrow and we shall continue on this topic. So I hope you have learned a lot from this today's series. So let me know if you have questions. We shall look at all that tomorrow, and the last day we shall look at why crypto is hot, and crypto investments, and all. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, so do we have any question? If we don't have any question, we would call it a day so that I don't keep the meeting for too long. Okay. Yes, I'm very glad that today's meeting you guys learned a lot. I'm very, very glad. Okay, so keep inviting for tomorrow's meeting. Let's get to over 70, 80 tomorrow. So we can get to that when you invite more people to attend the webinar, and that would be so nice. Tomorrow will be more exciting because what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow is more in depth. There are areas that you need so strongly, and that's it. Okay, so in the absence of if we're not having any question, okay, let me stop my screen share. Okay, so if we're not having any more questions, I think I think we should call it a day. How do we what? Let's stop the recording. Let's just